Hey everyone, I'm Jay.
And I'm Sean.
And we watched a movie.
Of course we did.
Well, why else would we come here?
Yeah, exactly.
So we watched a movie called Black Bear. You know, some of those titles are real hard to Google. If you Google Black Bear, there's just going to be a lot of pictures of black bears, and sometimes even some brown ones.
It's a little loose.
It is. People are not as strict as they should be when they're categorizing things for Google.
They just want those hits. Black bear, brown bear, grizzly bear, polar bear.
Click bears. So this is a movie called Black Bear. And it's almost really two movies in one. It is an indie movie, very much an indie movie, written and directed by Lawrence Michael Levine. And so this is going to be for the more cinematically inclined of you. It is not for everyone, and that is okay.
That is okay.
It's, I keep wanting to call it meta, and I'm not sure if that's the right word for it exactly.
Well, let's talk it out.
Let's talk it out. Let's feel our feelings on this, explore them, unpack this stuff, okay? So first of all, we've got Allison, a movie director played by Aubrey Plaza. She's having a writer's block, you might be able to say. She's not sure it isn't part of her creative process. You know, is it writer's block, or has she just not thought of a great idea for her next project? Hard to say, I guess. Either way, she has sought out this sort of reclusive lakeside house to rent, not privately. She has to live there with the sort of owners of it, a young couple by the name of Blair and Gabe. Are they trying to turn it into a B&B? Don't ask. It's a sore subject and there's no easy answer, and almost any question turns into a fight between these two. It's super awkward. They live together out in isolation, and anyone who has recently lived through a global pandemic knows what that feels like now. We have been locked down with the people we love. Yeah. And
it gets a bit
has there been an uptick in lockdown divorces? For sure there has. And I don't even think Blair and Gabe are married, but they do have a baby on the way, which is a level of a commitment, some would say bigger than marriage. You can dissolve a marriage easily, not so much a baby.
No, they're sticking around.
And I've dropped those in acid.
Yeah.
I have not.
Of course not, you're a good aunt.
I am a good babysitter.
That too.
Yeah, I'm very trustworthy.
It is true.
I don't even dangle them over acid anymore because I realized, why even chance it? So Blair and Gabe fight about everything. Everything is super contentious. And for whatever reason, the three of these people are having dinner together. They're having wine. They're drinking the drinks. And they're bringing up every controversial subject. Every, don't discuss this over dinner. They're talking about it. They're disagreeing about it. Oh gosh, it's loud, it's drunk, it's uncomfortable to the max, and yet nobody's ever walking away. They just keep going. I don't know if they're subconsciously playing a Russian roulette with feelings just to see who can go home crying, except they're all living together, so you can't even escape them really.
That's a bad ending.
It's rough going. And so it's putting quite a strain on the relationship, but like I said, it feels like this relationship was strained before Allison even got there. And Allison is picking at the scabs, let me tell you. She's picking at the scabs. She might even be doing a few cuts of her own. So you start to get to the sense of is she picking these fights? Is she doing this for her own benefit? Is this part of her process? Is she's trying to get inspired by... Yeah, exactly. Material she's making happen in real life herself.
Test it out. Is it entertaining?
Is it fun to watch? Yeah. See, if she was me, I have a much lower tolerance for watching other people's embarrassment. So I would have gone a different way.
Absolutely.
Yes. So Sarah Gadon and Christopher Abbott play the married couple. And then for the second part of the movie, everything shifts. And now it's the same three people, but we are now shooting a movie about about shooting the movie, about how it's just about a couple who have a B&B guest who is asking bad questions and testing their relationship. Yeah, so that's the part where I think, is it meta? I mean, it's not really referencing real life, but it is referencing itself as a movie that is getting made, and was the first part like the inspiration and the second part the fiction that it was based upon. Who is the real person? Because Aubrey Plaza's Allison is not the director in the second version, she is the actress. And Christopher Abbott is now her husband directing her. I mean, everything gets flipped. Everything is super still uncomfortable. Don't worry, this love triangle or this fight triangle or this hate triangle, whatever you want to call it, it's three people in a room who should never be in a room together, and yet we keep putting them in the same room in tenser and tenser situations. Oh boy, things get heated, they're out of control. And of course, it's part of the creative process that they're like egging each other on to lose control because it feeds better performance. Except for these are also like real life friends or couples who have written the material perhaps based on these exact events. It's really, it's a, what did we call it? A brain teaser. It's a brain teaser of a movie. It's a mind bender of a movie. Really, it's up to you to start sorting out which parts were real, if any of them were real, which half. You know, there's some demons going on. There are some real grizzly bears wandering around this property, and you would be lucky just to be mauled by one, because I really feel like what's going on in the bearless part of the movie is really intense and perhaps even more painful than a bear attack would be.
That's pretty severe.
So yeah, like I said, it is an enjoyable little movie. It's a challenge. It's a challenging one to watch. You definitely have to do some participation. You have to weigh things for yourself. So probably everyone is going to experience this movie a little differently, depending on where you think fact and fiction start blurring. Probably it's more for the cinephiles than for people who prefer their stories to be straightforward. So know that and avoid it if it's not going to be one for you, because who wants to waste 2 hours, really? It's okay. One person's trash, it is another person's treasure, and either way, it is okay. Just know what you're getting into. So this one is actually getting released into theaters starting December 4th. Very limited release. I think Canada, there are 6 or 8 theaters showing it nationwide, including the Mayfair here in Ottawa. If you're interested, that starts playing on Friday. It will have a simultaneous digital and on-demand release, so you can rent it on your TV if you prefer to watch it.
So you can choose.
Yes. Well, unless you live in those 8 cities, then you really can't choose.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
And, you know, if you're trying to stay away from the Cove, rent it at home. How
Makes
about
it
that?
An easy choice.
Yeah. So, that's Black Bear, headed sort of to theaters.
Headed to theaters.
Headed to theaters.
And also on demand.
And your living room.
Anywhere you want.
That's right.
As long as it's those 8 theaters.
Yes. And as long as you promise to like tie your food into a tree really high.
Yeah, well, that's part of the deal.
That's bear proofing.
That is bear proofing.
Didn't know.
It's important.
I'm making bear jokes. Maybe only the bears got them. The bear was like, ha ha ha, no, we climb trees now.
I don't think bears...
It's 2020, yeah. We're gonna come for you.
Bears do not joke about bear proofing.
Ooh, okay.
They're hungry.
Good to know, Sean. A black bear, of course,
loves garbage.
I love you. No, I was trying to remember what you should really do for a black bear fight.
Back away.
Okay.
Yep.
No, I think if it's brown, lie down. If it's black, fight back.
Oh, you do hit it. That's true.
Yeah.
You do hit it if it comes at you. But
why would poetry lie to me, Sean?
No, it's true. But you back away from a black bear. You do not try and run away from.
Well, you shouldn't run away from any bear except maybe like a panda. But why is a panda threatening you?
Yeah,
You're
why is
it? Gosh, I hope I win the race.
Do you smell like bamboo?
No.
I didn't think so. Then you'll probably be okay with a panda bear.
Okay. Oof. It's one bear I can scratch off my list.
Koala bear.
Koala bear. Don't they have pretty big,
sharp
like,
claws?
Yeah,
it's true.
I don't know what makes him angry, but I'd rather not find out, to be honest. But anyways, this one's just a black bear. That's the only kind of bear you have to worry about in this movie, and there are worse things to worry about in this movie.
Black bear is pretty low on the scale.
That's right. So you can choose whether to have the encounter or not, starting December 4th. Thanks for watching, everyone. Bye.